Hello everyone, it's Mike from Just Lifestyle, and as promised, we are doing a full 65-minute stream of Woodpecker today. And yeah, maybe you can still hear my voice. I'm still on the very last cusps of recovering from this illness, but actually no, I'm feeling really good. Like yeah, today I've had a really productive day as well, and it's actually quite funny because I was procrastinating so hard from starting the stream that I ended up getting like so much other pressing work done. So yeah, that's one way to solve your procrastination. Just you whatever you need to do that you're procrastinating from, use that as a chance to then do a bunch of other stuff that you also need to do. Uh, I don't know why it works that way, but it somehow does. So yeah, welcome everyone, and yeah, let me get up chat so I can see if anyone's watching. Um, there we go. Welcome Fritz, welcome Peter. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get some Woodpecker going. So yeah, I filmed the whole episode for my Friday ECF podcast. I also replied to all the Chestable recent posts and comments and reviews and whatever. So yeah, this was very good. It's still very good, but I think your mic is different. Maybe you're on your computer mic instead of your regular mic. Okay, let me just double check this. Aha. Let's do this. So this is actually my computer mic, which I normally use because I don't use my. But I have a better mic, but I use this mainly for the podcast episodes because I kind of need the mic right in front of me. But I think hopefully it's better. Oh, this is much better. Fantastic. Okay, thank you for flagging that up, Frizz. We've got some. Okay, I'll deal with these replies later then. Let's just get into some woodpeckers. So we've got around 200 to go before we finish the intermediate exercises. Let's get down to business. Right. Just to quickly make a couple more comments. So I finally found the time and space to play some Blitz today, and it went okay. I gained rating, but I'm very underrated right now, so I would expect to gain rating. But it was rough in some ways because I was missing a lot. Weirdly enough, I would get very good positions. It was like struggles with conversion, but also like I had one position where I missed checkmate in one. And as soon as I made my move, I saw it immediately after. And speaking of missing checkmate in one, I've recently started up my calculation training with my coach Roger. And one of the exercises which he picked from Spotting Your Opponent's Resources, Duretsky's manual on this, I attempted the exercise, and the evaluation I gave at the end of my line was winning for black, and in the final position that I give, there's literally checkmate in one for white. So I got this evaluation as wrong as humanly possible. So basically I'm just saying that, yeah, I'm rusty. I need to get back into this because I've got a bunch of chess taking place, this month. So I really don't want to have any slip-ups from basic calculation errors that I should get right. So that's what I'm saying. Interesting from Peter about not noticing the audio difference. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also a bit the same with some things. Like some things I'll just notice, and some things I will never notice. Like, I don't know, one random example that comes to mind is that when I spent a month in Thailand last year, I literally had the aircon on, super cold, and it was like uncomfortably cold, but I didn't even like clock it. I was just like, oh, that's just aircon being aircon. And when I had a friend visit, he was like, bro, why is it so cold? Like, you can just change the temperature. And it just didn't occur to me that like changing the temperature was an option. I was just ready to accept it is what it is, and it's fine. It's not like it's not, that bad. So anyway, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, glad we've got some observant people in chat. And speaking of observant, let's actually train some exercises now. So I've been yapping too much. Okay, so Kasparov to play. We got Queen, Rook, Bishop against Queen, Rook, Bishop. We got 1, 3, 5, 6 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're pawn up. We have this potential back rank. King is weak. Our king does not have back rank. We also got a safe square on a dark square. We've got a light square bishop. Probably something we need to watch out for is this rook d1 with pressure onto this rook, which might be loose if the queen moves. Yeah, what else is there to note? So, any tension? There's some tension over here from the queen, tension on the pawn, maybe tension on this pawn. This is like some potential pressure. I guess there's some tension on this pawn. Maybe some tension on this square, this pawn. X-rays. I guess this is an X-ray. Maybe an X-ray here. X-ray all the way here, but unlikely. X-ray to this back rank. To the 7th rank as well. Fine, and then loose pieces. Anything loose. Nothing loose. Okay, so what checks do we have? We've got check, 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 check. Those are the only checks. Do we have any captures? We can capture, 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 capture. And then any threats? Okay, we can attack the queen. Maybe this does something. Maybe we can move the queen somewhere, but it doesn't feel like it would be that explosive. So, okay, let's begin with our checks. If we take the rook, they just take back. Nothing here. Check, they just take. Check, they just take. Check, they take. I guess we've got rook d2. To be fair, it doesn't look terrible, but let's say they go king here. Then it attacks the rook, so I don't have time to push the pawns. They just take and they're covering this square. So after king c1, I'm not too happy. Although we got rook c2, then they go king b1, and then there's no bishop f5 with tempo. Yeah, it doesn't feel like enough. So okay, what captures do we have? If we take on e2, they just take back. Take on e1, they just take back. Maybe bishop here is interesting. What about this capture as well? If they take, do we have anything? Not really. I mean, maybe there's this rook d2. Are we in time to play like bishop f5 and rook h7? It just feels a bit slow. But it's promising, so maybe queen c3. But first, let's just check everything first. If we play this, they can't take because we win their rook. If they go here, we can take, they take, and we're better. If we go here, so they need to keep tabs on this rook, so they got to play something like this. And has that changed the position in our favor in any way? I mean, maybe rook d1 is no longer a threat, so that's nice if queen f2. What if a move like this, though? Yeah. I wonder if this makes me feel like I want to look at this again. As ridiculous as it seems. And there's rook d2. If they play a move like bishop takes c4. I don't really have time for like bishop f5 and rook h7 because at the very least they can sack their queen back. And then there'll just be a bishop up. Yeah, it can't be queen takes c3. So maybe it's a candidate move that I haven't considered. Oh, I forgot how tiring and mind-numbing solving puzzles can be. I mean, bishop h3 feels like it does help. I mean, if queen here, then we can even play this bishop move. So I feel like the queen... I don't know. Running out of time as well. And bishop here, did this do anything? Not really. Yeah, running out of time big time. I don't see any other useful moves. Maybe rook d3? Somehow? I think we're gonna have to just try this one, but it's really not... Okay, apparently it's correct. But I didn't see the... How this has changed something where we can now play something significant here. I also wasn't sure if it was actually bad after queen h1. Like queen h1, bishop g2. Maybe queen g1 hits the bishop in a not nice way, because then when I move the bishop, then there's rook d1. That was the... I'll need to check that. What about rook e8? Is this actually any good? And I've already forgotten a reason why queen f2 wasn't good. I feel like I suggested some line. I've already forgotten. Maybe the problem was like queen c2, rook d2 or something, I don't know. And now I forgot. Oh yeah, rook e8. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Actually so capped as a human being. So yeah, rook e8. I mean, rook e8 looks good, to be honest. Rook e8 just win the damn game. Rook e8 just wins. Yeah, I don't know why rook e8 was so hard to find. So yeah, we wanted to check a few things, right? We wanted to check what if queen h1. We also wanted to check if queen f2. Let's check these real quick. So bishop h3, queen f2. Oh, still rook e8. What was I... Was queen c2 any good, or was just garbage? Oh, there's some fancy queen e3. Because I guess rook d2 is met by some perpetual. So then you have to go back to block. And then white is in time to somehow unravel. I guess... Yeah, there's rook b1, right? So you're never actually getting something. Fine. So queen f2, what was the cleanest move? Just rook e8 anyway? I didn't see what the threat is. I guess the threat is that this is coming next. And maybe there's no way to stop this. Yeah, fair enough. And the other move was queen h1. And I was thinking of playing bishop g2. But then I was like, maybe I'm just lost here. But rook e8 again. I don't know why. This rook e8 was just not on my radar at all in any of these variations until after I played bishop h3. And the first thing I see on chat is Peter. I think this is probably bishop h3, rook e8. If only tactics are so simple. I mean they are, but not simple for my brain. Yeah. Good stuff from Frizz and Real Chess Clips too. Welcome, Real Chess Clips. Haven't seen you here before. How are the chess clips going? Is this your first cycle of these exercises? Yes, I have done some cycles in the past of some of the earlier exercises, but I wanted to just get through all of the exercises of this damn book, at least the beginner and intermediate ones. So that's where we're at. We've done like 1,000 or something, so it's just 788. Okay, I'm chatting shit. No. Not even 800 exercises. Okay, let's keep going. Any queen sack here can't work because white can always sack back the queen with a bishop. Yes, exactly, Frizz. Good stuff. Okay, let's go again. Kamsky against Kasparov. Black to play. Oh man, I'm already done. I'm already so done. Let me get some. I really like this watermelon flavored gum. It's like eating a treat without eating a treat. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Queen rook bishop against queen rook knight. 6 against 6. The white knight does have a good square on d4. Bishop is fairly active, so hard to say who's better in terms of the minor piece. White may have some back rank issues one day, so they gotta watch out. Also, we've got this pawn storm going, so potential breaks. Some x-ray and some pressure. Our king is actually looking pretty safe, but probably not safe long term, right? Like if white gets a few moves, maybe they can cause some trouble. Although we can block the file with bishop c4, so... Yeah, so okay. Any tension worth noting? There's some tension like this. Yeah, we've got these potential pushes. In terms of x-rays, got some x-ray over here. X-ray here, maybe. And loose pieces. Bishop is loose. That's about it. Okay, so do we have any checks? No. Do we have any captures? Capture. Do we have any threats? Threat. Maybe rook f3 is a threat. Maybe bishop c4. Bishop a4. So, okay. Let's start with the checks. If we take here, probably we just take back with the queen to be safe. Yeah, no follow-up, I think. Oh, it's even with checks, so yeah, it's definitely no follow-up. Okay, this capture, they just take. Nothing. So either h3 or g3. I just remembered something logistical that I need to sort out. Yep. Okay. So g3 or h3. It's so difficult to focus. It's actually so difficult to focus. Okay, any more threats? I'm glad I'm at least looking at backwards moves. I mean, it's very unlikely, but I'm glad I'm actually looking. Fine, so, okay. Checks were rubbish. The threats. I guess let's start with G3. If they do nothing, we're gonna take. So they have to do something. The classic way to deal with this is to take with the f-pawn and then push. But maybe that's not good enough. I mean, here they can also just take with the queen, though. That looks pretty good. I can't make this queen b1 motif work, right? Don't know how I'd do that. What about this rook f3 threat? Maybe it's time to look at this. If they take, well then we just take, and then it's just mate. So rook f3. Oh, the queen's like literally almost trapped. It's got like 2 squares. Oh, and then the knight is loose. Oh, why is chess so hard but so simple? It's actually crazy. And I wonder if my brain can be faster to spot this move, but it's just like, when it's intuitively not there, it's just so difficult. I don't know. It's very easy to calculate though. Yeah, rook f3 just wins on the spot. Let's just double check, like queen d2, rook takes b3. Is there any resources they can play? For instance, like maybe they can play like queen c2 or something. We've always got bishop c4. So if we've got bishop c4 and it secures everything, then probably good. Okay. Oh, queen c1's kind of clever because actually we're coming in immediately. But I believe we can just take. I mean, they have 1 check. Who cares? We just go king g8 or something. We can always block the bishop from entering. This is defended. We don't really care about the a-pawn. Just take this. Nice. Yeah. Kind of crazy how difficult that was for me to see. Yeah, rook f3 from Frizz, Peter, all good. Pick up the knight, very nice. Welcome, Plowon. How's it going? Mike back in Liverpool, absolutely, Ife. I arrived back yesterday, so yeah, we've pretty much recovered from our sickness. And yeah, no, we're ready to train, ready to play. So we're as I mentioned to you, Ife, we should get some chess training in person sorted. So I think Tuesday will be the best day of the week for me to sort something out there. Yeah, and I think I've got John Littlewood matches the next several Mondays in a row, so that's going to be a lot of hype. Gotta win. Got to win. Win every game. Okay, Shirov against Kasparov. Kasparov to win. We've got Queen, Rook, Rook, Bishop against Queen, Rook, Rook, Knight. One, two, three against 5. Okay, so we're 2 pawns down. Their knight is also very strong. Our king is looking a little bit weak, but not an immediate way to capitalize. Our piece is actually looking very, very, very good for something. Somehow I feel like queen takes g2 is promising, but might just not be enough. Also, bishop d4 is some intuition too. Might just be completely wrong. Okay, actually, I want to just calculate bishop d4 real quick, because if the knight takes, I just win the queen. If bishop d4 and queen takes, then I thought I had something. What did I have? Oh, I just take the queen, right? So bishop d4, if they take over here, then I guess I can take once and then recapture. So bishop d4 just looks very good. I guess bishop d4, take the queen, they take back. It's not over. But probably it is after queen e3. Hits the knight and threatens rook g2. Yeah, so I think bishop d4 looks very strong. They have no other checks. Oh yeah, and bishop d4, the point was if they take my rook. That was the line I was getting confused with. If they take my rook, then I give checkmate. That was the key detail. So I think bishop d4 just wins. Okay, so they took the queen, so we throw in bishop takes f2, and then we take. Okay, I think we got it. Damn. Double exam and the whole paragraph from Axel Smith. I wonder why he decided to put in some effort for this exercise. The game continued queen e3. Kasparov missed this. What? This was like so simple. Managed to convert the advantage, but far from over. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better about my chess. That's crazy. Bishop d4 was missed. Yeah, bishop d4 looks like it wins a piece. First move that comes to mind. Yeah, literally first move, right? I mean, it was like second move for me. But if Kasparov, I mean, how can he miss this? It's crazy. Okay, fair play, Plan. I mean, you found the same move as Kasparov, so no shame. Yeah, I don't know why bishop d4 was just. It just somehow kind of opened stuff up, like towards the king. Simple for a puzzle, in-game tricky to find. Interesting. I don't know, for me, I think it would be the same. Like, if I got to this position, I felt so much going into this attack, like, I'd really hope to see this. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, we got short against Kasparov to play. Their second rapid game. I don't know why they're playing rapid. Because the World Championship match definitely didn't go to tiebreak. But okay, I guess it's just some random rapid play game. So we got Queen Rook Rook Bishop against Queen Rook Rook Knight. Let me check my heat is on because wow, it is on. It's just cold. Okay, Queen Rook Rook Bishop against Queen Rook Rook Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 5. Bishop versus Knight. White has some potential back rank issues. So does Black. Somehow e4's instinct, right? They can't take with Knight because they take the Rook. And if they take with Rook, then surely I've got some back rank bollocks. What about like Queen takes Knight? Right? If Rook takes, then I've just got Rook check. And that actually wins. So we just push. If they take with the Queen, then we also just take. Does that work? But then they can take with the Knight. Wait, so maybe this doesn't work. Maybe it's time I actually just calculate instead of just trusting some dodgy intuition. Okay, so besides back rank mate and this one move threat, what else is going on? Okay, so there's some tension on the Knight for sure. What other tension is there? I think I'm still a bit sick and still a bit jet lagged, so please bear with my lack of brain cells. Tension. Some tension on this pawn. Maybe some potential push. Double defense on the knight. Fine. Any x-rays? Yeah, x-ray here. X-rays to the back rank. I think that's it. I guess white's got some x-rays too. Maybe to this bishop. Maybe to the back rank as well. Maybe to this pawn, if this somehow opens up. Maybe to this corner. Okay, and then... I thought it stopped. Then loose pieces. This is the only loose piece. Okay, fine. So maybe like a move like this or something could potentially do something, so... Man, I don't know, I'm just getting PTSD from my tournament in France where I missed the win against this 2250 opponent where there was like some back rank motif which I just missed. Could have been winning. Never mind. So, checks. We don't have any checks. Captures. We can capture the knight in two different ways. That's actually our only capture. And then threats, okay, we got this pawn push. Maybe bishop attacks rook, queen attacks rook. Okay, so let's start with our captures if we take. We just take back. Because maybe now we can push. Queen can't go anywhere because they might lose that rook. Feels like somehow maybe we can displace that rook, like play like bishop g5 or something. But we always have to be careful of their back rank, right? I mean, their back rank threats. Like, if we then take the rook, looks like we're up a piece, then they just suddenly checkmate us. So we have to be careful somehow. Take and push. Just doesn't quite feel right. I mean, queen g3 protects the rook, protects this rook, so then bishop f6 shouldn't be enough. Queen takes doesn't make any sense. Pawn push was looking good for some time. Then I think queen takes was our problem. If I take, then they just take with the knight. That's the issue. Really don't see a follow-up there. My mental stamina is so bad. I was saying already, right? Like the first exercise I solved, I was already tired. I was already done. Oh, it's so bad. What other threats did I have? I don't even remember. I had this queen h4, bishop h4 stuff, but surely that's just garbage. Bishop here. I mean, they can even play g3. Just don't believe it. For 1 second. Here they can just take with the queen, that's the issue. Really can't make it work. Wait. They take with the queen, why can't I just take here? Because they take my queen. But then I take with the bishop and then I defend. Oh, okay, maybe it's just that. Maybe it's just that. They take with the queen, I just take the knight. Yeah, that looks like it. Because if they take back, then I can now take the queen and then deliver this back row. So okay, my intuition was correct. I just couldn't calculate this idea of rook takes c3. But yeah, considering all my candidate moves more carefully, then I was able to get there. Like, just seeing how the pieces coordinate better. Like, for whatever reason, at a glance, I wasn't able to see this idea. But upon, like, absorbing the position a bit more, then I saw it. Okay, nice. How did people do? Okay, so Frizz corrected Peter on his line. Been preparing for Fonzie already is crazy, Faz. Respect it, though. I literally will prepare day before, I think, if that. I just can't bring myself. But okay, I'm glad we got there in the end. Yeah, and I think people are finding this queen takes c3. I mean rook takes c3. Damn, Vaz didn't get this on at all. I mean, okay, you haven't had a warm-up yet, so this was your warm-up, I guess. Yeah. I guess it's also connected with a queen sack, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yep, let's keep going. Oh, let me chuck away this gum. I'm actually so done. I think in fairness, I've worked really hard today, so I think I'm just tired. So I've been up since the morning, and actually just been grinding the whole day. Not chess training, but like other stuff. So I think I'm just too tired. Just too tired. I have to teach this evening, so I should probably rest up a bit before that lesson. Well, 2 lessons. Right. Okay, so we've got a French. Looks very miserable for black. So it's queen, rook, rook, bishop, bishop, knight against queen, rook, rook, bishop, bishop, knight. 7 against 7. White's got this initiative on the king side. White's king is a bit exposed, but you know, the center closed is very hard for black to attack. It feels like whatever white does, they should probably be better, but there's probably some knockout already. So anything else to note? Piece tension between the bishops, between the pawns, between the square. You know, knight's got a bit of pressure. Maybe some x-ray pressure here. Okay, let's move on to x-rays, maybe on to h6. Maybe this rook, this rook. And then what about loose pieces? Yeah, no loose pieces. Okay, fine. So what checks do we have? No checks. What captures do we have? We've got bishop g5, we've got pawn takes e6. Got knight takes d5. Maybe is the screen too bright? Is that possibly the problem? Okay, it's a little bit on the bright side, but not by a lot. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain is struggling. I haven't even like had 1 second of brain rot today. I literally haven't scrolled any reels, any YouTube shorts. Like, it's actually crazy. My brain feels so ruined, and I've done nothing wrong today. I think I just haven't slept enough. I think that's the issue. I'm still a bit jet lagged. I think that's what it is. Like, what's the time in Thailand actually right now? It's not that late. It's literally like 11 p.m. Like, I shouldn't be tired. It's crazy. I don't know what's up. Okay, so yeah, we've got a bunch of different captures. And then what about threats? Because F6 is a threat. Maybe 94 could be something in the magical universe. H4 maybe. Fine, so let's look at our captures to begin with. If we just take, I can see that just being a good position, right? If they take back, I push the pawn. If they take the queen, I take and we push the pawn. So it looks good, but probably is better. So what if we take on e6? I'm not sure I like that, because then they can take back with the pawn. I don't like how they've opened the f-file. Makes this feel a bit more sus. A bit more loose. So what about knight takes d5? Let's just assume that they take the sack. Again, don't see an exact follow-up. Like maybe f6, but why sack? It makes no sense. It just activates their bishop. Okay, so if no captures are vibing, I mean bishop g5 is a good backup option. What about threat? So we were saying f6 was a threat. If they take our bishop, we take back. And yeah, we are kind of coming in. If they take, probably even take with the pawn, and then like got this idea. It looks very winning actually. Without calculating concretely, it looks very winning. F6. F6, they cannot close the position because then we just win a pawn at the very least. If they get greedy and take on d4, then we can even go queen h6, and then it's just lights out. So f6 just looks winning. f6 if they take on e3 and then try and close it with g5, we've always got h4. So yeah, f6 just looks like it wins. I think we just play it. What did I have prepared here? Did I miss that g takes f6 was a candidate move? That's kind of crazy. I think I might have. Yeah, it's really unacceptable. I just didn't even consider gf. I have no idea. Okay, so back to the drawing board. No checks. What about captures? We can go ef, rook takes, and also bishop takes bishop. One of these should be strong. So we've sacked a pawn so far. So if pawn takes f6, we threaten to win the bishop. So pawn takes f6 provokes bishop takes f6. Bishop takes h6, rook e8. Is there something here? Yes, but is it enough? Maybe. Like, I'm thinking ef, bishop takes h6, rook e8, and then g5. Looks really strong. Maybe bishop h8. Looks very good, but maybe it's not enough. If we go rook takes f6, then you just go bishop takes, pawn takes, even queen takes, I think they're doing okay. So if bishop takes g5, let's say f takes g5, probably rook down to f6, king h7 maybe, or probably king g7 actually. King g7. Maybe then go h4. Oh yeah. Bishop g5, pawn g5, rook f6. If king g7, then h4 looks really devastating. Because they can't take and we're also threatening to take. I think bishop g5. If they take the pawn, that's just even worse. I think bishop g5 just wins. It's kind of crazy. So this h4 push. Yeah, I think this just wins. Nice. Rook f6. Let's go. Rook f6, king g7. Oh, we're not playing h4 now? Let me check. Okay, rook af1 was played, but h4 is also the same eval, like 0.1 differences. Is fair. And the reason why it's not even more overwhelming is because knight e5. d5. Okay, so we just give up the piece and claim that they will have some more activity with a move like queen c7. But it's really not great. I mean, queen e3 is trying to stay on the attack. Queen d4 just makes sure that there's no progress. Looks really good. Probably I'd go queen e3. I just want to keep tabs on g5. But then yeah, queen c5. Yeah, maybe that's less clear than queen d4, queen c5, and rook d1. They take, we take. Is this clear why it's so strong? We're a pawn down, no? But I guess the point is that light square bishop is so bad. It's just annoying that we don't have a way. Wait, we're a piece up? Since when? Oh, because they sacked a piece on e5. I forgot. Alright, so if they have to sack a piece on e5, and h4 immediately is completely fine. I don't know why I didn't even pick up on the fact that I was up a piece. Okay, that looks more than fine. Rook h6. Alright, so I guess this also wins. Yeah, rook f1, knight e7, h4. Yeah, the attack is too strong. Okay, nice. We got that. Let's see what's going on. Thank you for the compliment, Jan. I feel horrible. I may be looking good, but I feel dreadful. I don't know why. My brain is struggling. It's struggling today. What are people saying? Yeah, I guess Foncia was actually coming sooner than I thought. I'd love to hear your solution against playing against the Botvinnik, Faz. I feel like I was talking to someone recently who found a really nice line to just nullify the Botvinnik. I think the conclusion that they came to was that against the Botvinnik, you know, a lot of chess courses or whatever suggest that, you know, when they play this like e4, d3, c4 structure, you play c5 as black and plant a knight like knight b8 to c6 to d4, but there's actually not much benefit to putting the knight on d4 immediately, and just keeping the threat of jumping in alive is better than actually bringing it in. So if you just play that structure without actually committing the knight to the outpost soon, that's probably the best way to go about it. I mean, I guess you can always go for e6, d5 to like, hit that d5 square. It's probably doable. Hi, young man is a violation, Jan. You're not even that much older than me. I wouldn't play e takes f6, but rather rook takes f6. Oh, rook takes f6 here. I mean, I think I considered it, but just bishop takes f6, right? I don't know if I'm misreading your message, Frizz. Just a standard French attack. Yeah. Like the haircut and the shirt. Yeah, I got the shirt in Thailand, actually, for less than a $5. And it's actually really nice, like, thick quality material and nice buttons as well. And actually the biggest steal, let me show you this. I got this this vintage Vans beanie. I got this beanie in Thailand as well. And put your guesses in chat. How many what price in terms of British pound? How much are we thinking for this vintage Vans beanie? And the little clue I'll give is the fact that you don't need a beanie in Thailand. So I think, you know, it was kind of redundant. So they're just like trying to get rid of it. They had several beanies they were just trying to get rid of. Not tails the line you're calculating. Okay, fair enough for us. Yeah, that's the thing. As Faz said, with the French, you get good endgames if White doesn't know how to punish it properly. So that's why I'm actually like, I used to play the French for 5 years and I got really good results up to a certain level until I started playing players who actually knew what they were doing, and then I really struggled. But having said that, like, just because I was struggling as black doesn't mean I could play it as white. Like I struggled to actually finesse the attack as white as well. So it was just better to avoid the French completely. Yeah, let's try and do one final exercise. Maybe end a tiny bit early so I can have a bit of a break before my chess lesson. Remember, put your guesses in chat. How much was the beanie? What the hell is this? I mean, how did this even come about and there not be a checkmate already? I don't believe there's any attack here because the bishop is such a goat in the defense. Okay, so we got queen, rook, rook, bishop, knight against queen, rook, rook, bishop, bishop. So they've got bishop pair, not that it's so relevant. Knight on b5 is a monster. I wish I could have. Why is this half a star? I love how this was just like rested on half a star. You know, I probably should rate this course a half star at some point. Anyway, yeah, no, I only had one small backpack I brought to Thailand, so I didn't really have a lot of space to bring home a lot of clothes. So actually, these two items are the only things I bought on the whole trip. In terms of clothing, I bought some gifts as well. Just small ones. Yeah, so okay. Pawns, got 4 pawns, 4 pawns. So our bishop is doing bits in the defense. For their king looks really weak. Checks, captures. No, we do not do checks, captures, threats yet. What tension do we have? So there's a tension on this square, tension on his pawn, tensions on these squares. Maybe pushing, maybe not because of this, but maybe. Anyway, Yeah, and then in terms... Oh, tensions between these queens. Tensions on this pawn, maybe. X-rays. X-rays between the bishops. Maybe... That's not really an X-ray, but back rank. X-ray to the king, of course. Okay, fine, and then... Loose pieces. There's a loose rook on d7, which looks very awkward. That's the only loose piece. Okay, fine. So, yeah, checks, captures, threats. What checks do we have? Got check here. Knight check here. Also check here. Captures, we can capture on c5, capture on d5. Capture the queen. Capture the bishop. And then threats. Maybe push the pawn. Maybe knight d6. Maybe some whack rook move of some sort. I don't know. Rook here is actually kind of ballsy, right? Because if the rook takes when we take the queen, rook e8. I mean, they can't really take, right? Because we just take. At the very least, when they block, I mean, we can just take him and take the rook on h8. Is rook e8 actually the correct answer? I guess they can throw in check first, king f1, and then take our rook. Maybe we're just lost. That'd be quite funny. Get too fancy. Okay, methodical. So let's start with the checks. If I take this, don't really see the follow-up. This check, don't see it. a6, even worse. Knight c7, just bishop takes. Yeah, so no checks. Captures, we already looked about. Queen c5, it's probably just okay. It's a pawn. Queen h6, rook h6, still looks good for white, but maybe not enough. Bishop d5, perhaps. Bishop d5, if bishop takes d5. Follow up. Not too sure. Is that all the captures, actually? I mean, it's quite depressing we don't have a move already. Bishop d5 is just bishop takes d5. I don't see the follow-up. So, in terms of threats in this position, what about a6? They take our queen. Take. King takes. Nothing. So maybe it is a crazy rook move. I mean, rook e8 looks good, but just queen h2 seems so strong. King f1. And then they just take. And surely that's bad for us. Unless we've got like a6. Maybe a6 is good. Maybe a6 is good. Rook e8. Rook takes e8. No, sorry. Rook e8, queen h2, king f1, and rook takes e8. Is a6 the only try? Looks like it. a6. So we're a whole rook down. We've got a big threat. So how do we deal with it? The more I look at it, the more I believe. starting to believe. Rook e8, queen h2, king f1, rook takes e8, a6. A6 looks so strong. Looks so strong. I really want to play it. I think it worked, you know. I think it really works. Wait, so rook e8, queen h2, king f1, rook takes e8, a6. Yeah, how do we deal with this? They really can't. I think rook e8 is correct then, because rook e8 there's definitely nothing else except for this queen h2, king f1. And they gotta take on e8. That's the whole point. And a6 just wins. Really does just win. Like, what if they play like maybe like bishop c6? No, I just take it. Bishop c8 there? No, queen c6? No, it's just winning. I think it's just winning. Oh yeah, let's go. And then a6. Let's go. We ended on a high. Ended on a high, ladies and gents, even though we're tripping balls right now. Yeah. Nice move. Nice move. How did people do? Lots of messages for this one. Hello, Woodpeckers. Hello, Josh. How's it going? Oh, I actually missed your message when you wrote it. Beanie costs less than £1? Of course Michael would brag about how cheap he got stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if you spend money on things, it's actually just as shameful. Like I don't know. Cheap is always better than expensive. Like literally what's the flex in like, oh, I spent thousands of pounds on something. Like it's just like you just like wasted money, you know? Like the bargain always has to be the win. Like how can it be the other way around? Like I don't get how like the monetary value of something can be a flex. Like it has to have some other kind of intrinsic value that's not related to the price. It's like, let's say I got a Rolex. I'd rather get a Rolex for a tenner than a Rolex for 100 quid if it's the same Rolex, right? It's like cheaper the better. I don't know how you can think different. French is that I would lose this for both colours opening. Yeah, exactly. Weirdly enough, I think rook e8 is good. Yeah, never mind queen h2. You had the exact same revelation of an a6. I don't know, Jan, if you're talking about a6 within the variation. If so, good job. Unless it was at the start. No, I think it was at the start. Okay, then bad job. Never mind. Rook e8 from Faz. But doesn't seem to work. So everyone stopped believing after queen h2, king f1, rook e8. But then a6 actually works. Yeah, Frizz found that a6. Oh, and then Faz talked him out of it. That's so funny. Oh no, Frizz was looking at a6 in a different line. My mistake. Yeah, rook e8. Damn, I actually got there first. That's crazy. How much did you spend on a flight to Thailand? So that was the annoying thing. For reasons I won't get into, I had to book a flight for December, and December's like Christmas time, right? So it's obviously going to be more expensive. But normally it's actually very cheap, super cheap to get to Thailand. Oh yeah, super cheap is maybe you could have a round trip for under £400, maybe even 300 if you with either one stop or direct, whichever you prefer. If you pick your dates carefully, so it's good. Please do not use Rolex and Teller in the same sentence. Oh, I reckon I can get that one day. I'll find a way. But yeah, no, I forgot to mention the beanie. The beanie was 40 baht. Let's look up 40 baht to pounds. It was 95 pence. So Frizz got the answer pretty much spot on. 95 pence for some vintage Vans clothing. Because we love to see it. We love to see it. So cheap is the way. Solve your puzzles. And I will see you guys on Friday. Some more chess training. That will be the stream before Fonciel this weekend. So yeah, will be some tough opponents. Got to get in shape. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, good training. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.